Hello everyone. Today's topic might be little lengthy, or as you can see in the thumbnail, it is why we get maximum disease and what is the solution of it. So let's start with my own experience. Few days back, it was a huge traffic over there, and I could manage to take my scooter out, but by mistake, one small scratch came in a car beside me, and that was very minor, or even I don't know whether it was a scratch or not, but I passed through. So unfortunately the driver came out and he was very close to me, yelling at me, and he hit my scooter mirror and broke it. So the person close to me were very supportive. They were asking why you are shouting, all this thing, and it happened in 30 seconds maximum. But that that situation impacted me such a bad manner till 7 days. Next 7 days, if even if I have passing through any crowd, I was very careful, and those same person came, he was coming into my mind and yelling at me. I was little bit scared because I'm not by default any kind of aggressive or that kind of person. So it was impacted me a lot, even if I am into yoga, practicing all these things, etc., etc. From that, I imagined, when I tell other people, you try to forget your past, because in yoga practice, you can able to judge very easily with some postures. If your back is stiff, your shoulders is stiff, so which kind of emotion you are struggling with, which time of your life it happened, all these things you can just say by the posture itself. Person if struggling with is flexibility or mobility, by seeing that itself you can tell upfront, not in detail or not exactly, but you can say, okay, this age of your life you might have suffered from this kind of situation. If I say some people, okay, try to forget that, then you will be happy, you will be pain free physically, mentally, all those things, then I understood this was very easy for me to tell someone to forget or forgive something, but it's really very hard. If I took 1 week for a 30-second incident, then imagine if someone spent months, year with some situation or some toxic relationship or something, how many days or time they will take to get out of those situations. Next point of discussion is what happen if I am not getting out that situation, I'm remembering that, and what kind of disease I go through. Now we'll focus on why part, why this disease happens. So if you take into consideration, at least 80% of disease comes from within. You imagine some accident happen, or some malaria, some outsider insect bite, or snake bite, all these things are external things. You ignore that, rest 80%, 90% disease come from within. So I'll give you few examples how it happens, what is the nature of body structure. First we'll focus on why, then we'll go for solution, the last part. Okay, now the body by default made in a happy zone, like the each cells loves each other, they don't know to hate each other. The brain knows to gather all positive information or happy incident, all those things. So first, if when it happens with brain, if you feed some toxic situation or experiences to brain try to reject it. Brain doesn't want to remember it. If it happens in very fraction of second, if you ask any your near or dear people who met an accident, unfortunately they never can tell exact what happened at that situation, that 3-5 second or 7-10 second time, it is completely vanished from their head, maybe sometimes 5-10 minutes also. That leads to sometimes month, years as well. You have seen in Hindi movies and all. Same thing happened. You take an example of Kashmiri Pandit, when they came out from Kashmir, that incident happened for days, months, years, sometimes like that. And if it goes on prolonged period of time, it happens with you. Even if your brain wants to forget or forgive, you can't able to facilitate this for your brain. So there was an ambiguity. Brain wants to forget and you are not allowing it to. That same thing, it takes time, like 10, 15, 20, 25 years, and slowly you start forgetting everything. Brain can't distinguish which one to remember, which one to forget, and it completely start forgetting everything. those disease comes up in many Kashmiri Pandits, aged people. In 90s it happened. So when they were in their peak time of their youthfulness, 30-35 years, they are now 65-70 years, they are suffering from this disease very commonly. So this is one of the disease when brain and you are struggling within yourself. Similar thing happens with cells also. Each cells doesn't want to hate each other, but when you started hating your cells, how? When you have a conflict with your parents or with your siblings, they are of your DNA somehow, scientifically, or you can say it is being researched as well. So you are of same DNA. Your parents' cells, your sibling cells, your everyone's cells are almost similar. So when you start hating them or argue with them, or there are some dispute with them, unknowingly you are hating your cells as well. But same, your body cells now in confusion whether you are liking me or you are disliking me. They don't know, like you are disliking to some other people, they know you are disliking to yourself. So at that time all autoimmune disease comes up, where same immunity get confused which cell are good for us, which cells are bad for us. So from there autoimmune disease started, and rarest of rare, some cases this goes to certain level where there is no cure available. Third stage, very common, it is skin disease. If you are conflict with your parents or sibling for longer period of time, you will see there are severe skin disease happens with ourselves, and you'll be finding many medicine, it will go away for months or two, then it will again reappear. So these things, what my point of telling is, maximum disease comes from within. In our body generates those disease out of confusion, because we have that capacity to cure or heal ourselves. God has given that capacity within ourselves itself when we are in resting phase, that is when we are in our parasympathetic mode, what I have explained in the Nadi topic before. Now we'll go for the solution. Now you know the cause and we'll go for the solution. So recently I came across one book, you might have known this book, You Can Heal Yourself. In this book is in one line summary, if I can say you, this is all about what all are the situation or what all are the mentally thought or your bodily thought from which these diseases are coming up. So there is a list as well, which all diseases are there and what is the reason for that. Sometimes it is from childhood, sometimes it is from parents, sometimes it is from your relationship. All those details have been given here, and as per these books, the solution it gives, like it is very difficult, as I have mentioned before. Someone advising you, telling you, okay, you forget and all, it is easy. But as yourself to practically implement it, there are many factors you can't forget, you can't ignore, and it is very difficult to implement. So what this book says, a practical solution, you don't have to do anything, you just have a will to forgive and forget. That's all. Once you have a will, the universe works around and make this happen somehow to facilitate that you are forgetting and it is not impacting your body or your mental health. So this is the only one line solution I am giving from this book. If you want to know more, let me know. I'll explain some more insight from this book, or you can go through this book very easily, very easy language, and go through book kind of. Okay, the next solution is the same situation is there, same stress is there, same people are there, but once you start practicing the breath work, the pranayam in yoga system, whatever we have mentioned, what happens, your brain can distinguish between the cause I have mentioned, your brain gets confused. Now the solution part is, once you start practicing meditation and pranayam, same brain can easily distinguish between this situation. Okay, this is the past, this is present, this is future. All these things brain can distinguish properly. How? That is due to empathy. Once you start practicing pranayam, that is practicing breath, and you are tapping your prana, energy shakti, with the breath, then the prana now distinguishes between your body and your jnanamaya kosha, that is your knowledge. So it purifies your knowledge. Usually if your knowledge is not purified, you get confused all of a sudden. You don't understand yourself properly. Like what I mean to say, the clarity within yourself many times missing. Suppose example, if I give you, if I can tell you your feelings, sometimes you also feel like, okay, might not be it is correct, or might be I am not aligned with the person's thoughts. It is like that. The other person can read you very easily than yourself in one shot. So that happens once you are confused. Once you start doing pranayam and meditation, slowly it impact on your Jnanamaya Kosha through the Pranamaya Kosha. Through energy, it reaches to the knowledge. Knowledge that is not bookish knowledge, it is knowledge of wisdom, where you can empathize or you can compassion towards others. So once you think from others' point of view or others' situation, then only you can forget or forgive the situation. Or your brain can distinguish what I mentioned before, that what is the real and what is the fake, or what is the past, what is not happening, or what is currently happening, all these things. Else, without this, without the clarity of your wisdom or if your knowledge, it always get confused between the real stress and the fake stress. Fake stress in the sense, the stress we made for ourselves with overthinking, which never happened in our life. If my boss is telling this, if I am not doing this, what will happen? I lose my job, this will happen, that will happen, which never happens. These things even your brain thinks as one real-time stress, like there is a real life threat to you, someone is behind you with a knife and kill you. So brain push all your blood towards your hand and legs, and it stops all healing activities. So then all this disease starts up, and all these things are related. Okay, now please do watch this video again and again. I know this might be little overlapping with each other. So once you watch this video 2 or 3 times, you will get lot more clarity. Summing up all those things, I'll tell you. First, we discussed why this happened and how difficult it is to forget and forgive. Second, we discussed what is the root cause. In root cause, we have explained that the brain and your body are always fun-loving or knows how to love and how to deal peacefully, but we are making them confused with our own conflict or anger or hatred, all these things. So with that confusion, many diseases start up. Towards solution, you should have always willing to forgive, willing to forget. One. Second, start doing pranayam practice or little bit of meditation, so that through your pranamaya kosha, that is energy, your jnanamaya kosha, the knowledge level, will be tapped, and it will give you more wisdom, clarity, so that you will be more compassionate, more affectionate towards others, and you start understanding their situation and taking things forward from their point of view sometimes, so that you can easily forget and forgive. And then you can see many things, physical or emotional or mental, many, the conflict will get easily clarified, and all these small diseases which are coming up or already there, it will go away automatically without any medication, no guidance, consultation, nothing. It will go away easily. And do watch for this kind of discussion. If you have any doubt or queries, feel free to comment below. I'll try to address it then and there, or I'll try to make a different video. So thank you for your time, and stay tuned for such contents. Namaskar.